Welcome back, everybody, to the I Want to Meet LeBron James podcast, episode 83. Who were them before it? Hey, with fucking the poor man Sonny and Sweep over here. I've lost a bet to yours truly, Skylar Bee-Latty, on the pod. How you doing?
Very good.
Do you want to explain what's going on fucking here?
Yeah, so I'm a lot better at dominos than he is. I just started, but I still managed to beat him multiple times.
It was best of 7, the two greatest words in the English language. Game 7. And I was up 3-2 and then she came back and beat me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I don't have chicken pox, if whatever the fucking thing is.
Like
I'm not some sort of sex pest or whatever. I can still wank in these. Actually, it would just be a horrible wank. Well, actually, no, because then you just come directly in the sock. So
see?
It'd be easy clean up, yeah.
A new way of doing it.
Yeah. I don't have to wear them like the rest of my life, though. Just for this part.
Just for the podcast.
Okay,
yeah. That's the bet. That's the bet.
This was the PC bet. She was like, if there's a PC version, and the un-PC was, I thought it was condoms on the hand, but it was pants on your head, which already sounds like a PC thing anyway, like, to be honest. So thanks for coming all the way to Liverpool to Garston. Your first time in Garston. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I feel like I've officially seen all of English culture now.
It goes Buckingham Palace, it goes Big Ben, and then it goes where they filmed Peaky Blinders, and then Garston.
There you go. That's all you need to know.
So welcome back anyway. This is gonna do my head in this. I feel like I should be watching a car right now or something. Like, oh my lord.
Maybe that's how you can meet LeBron James. Is like you just have to go up to his car and pretend to wipe his windshield.
Oh yeah, because they love that, don't they? The average person loves when somebody comes and squeegees the fucking with a piss bottle of water or whatever. Yeah. Oh my god. And which car? He's got about 50 of them.
Yeah, keep an eye out.
Exactly. Is that it's a different black guy in a nice car, damn it. So thanks for coming. Thanks for fucking beating me, and now I'm gonna do this. I'm got fucking sweaty hands and shit, but whatever. I pay my debts, as you know. I post my bets before the game happens and stuff. Kyle actually pays his debts, as you can see. All right. So Skylar, for the people at home who hasn't picked up on the accents, it's will you tell them?
So I'm American. I came all the way from America to do this podcast. I got flown out here. No.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, the budget. The socks aren't even clean. That's
At least there's not holes in them.
Yeah. Oh my lord, yo, mittens.
No, so I'm living in Manchester, but I am from America. I'm from DC. Very fun place to be from. But yeah, I'm so glad I get to travel the world to be here in South Liverpool.
There you go. You only called South Liverpool because the station is called South Parkway, isn't it? Yeah. Is that why? Because I don't even think this is South Liverpool.
Oh no?
I think they just called the station Liverpool.
Oh my god.
I might have to fact check. I mean, I can't now, but I'll check that later.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious. I mean, I feel like technically wouldn't it be southern? Because it's... Anyways.
I've never looked at a map. Maps confuse me because it says it looks like it's only real close, but then you get in a car and it's like a lot further than what it looks like on a map, you know what I mean? You're like, it's only an inch. That's real close. And then you start driving, you're like, this is fucked.
But isn't the like Scouse accent, like isn't that like southern Liverpool? Or is it all of Liverpool?
Oh, it's all Liverpool, like Scouse. It's like, unless you're like from Birkenhead or like St. Helens and stuff, then they're plastic Scouses. Or woolly backs, we call them, and shit like that. So
Gotcha.
There's still a bit of a beef between it.
Gotcha.
Which is sample. But I mean, you've travelled more fucking places than COVID has been, quite frankly. Like where have you been, like, the last, since you've been in the UK?
Yeah.
Because people in the UK, like, we don't take, as a kid, we go on, like, maybe once on holiday with our family to Europe, but we don't take that Europe thing for, like, we take it for granted. Like, there's so many countries so close,
and
you know what I mean?
Like, it's
and you can get a train there, you can fly.
Yeah. So I just went to Ireland for the first time, but it was nuts. So it was cheaper to fly from Manchester to Dublin and then fly from Dublin to London than it was to just take the train from Manchester to London.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't that it?
The Liverpool to London train is like, it's 2 hours and it's 50 quid minimum, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Manchester's like 70.
It's ridiculous.
It's wild.
Are you still getting, I feel like you still getting trains?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But soon when you started doing more comedy in the UK, you'll be on the megabus, like, for sure. That's what I'm getting a train to Warrington to then get a bus to London. You know what I mean?
Damn,
so if you're on a train as a comedian, you're like, I'm balling here. And you normally like get used to it. Trust me, you gotta be on a lot of buses, especially when you start gigging in Scotland and shit like that.
Oh damn.
But who fucking cares about our dreams? Well, I care about my dream, this one specific one. But I'm gonna go straight into this. You played basketball with Barack Obama.
Yes.
Actually, no, sorry, it was Nixon. It was Theodore Roosevelt. You played basketball with Barack Obama. How?
So, okay, this is a fun story.
Because he's sick of basketball, and I've seen him play and stuff like that, like videos and you know, like the NBA champs go to the White House every year and shit like that. You know
and
what I mean?
he loves going to his daughter's games.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I grew up in DC. My sister went to a posh private school.
Okay.
And she's the same age as Sasha, the younger daughter.
Is that Sasha Obama? Okay.
Yeah. And
if you're listening, what up, Sasha?
Hey,
y'all. Yeah, exactly. Hey, y'all, I feel like a fool in front of the president's daughter with these socks on it.
But yeah, so my sister played basketball. She didn't go to the same school as Sasha Obama, but they played each other. Like
rival high schools or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, so they played each other in sports, and like this was when Barack was president, and to his credit, he went to a ton of his daughter's games. Yeah. Which is like impressive for any parent, really.
This is while he's president as well?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
No wonder that country went to shit. He's always out the office, really. He's just chilling.
Hey, now, I mean, you saw what Trump was doing. He was going to play golf.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
I don't think he ever went to any of his children's sports events.
Oh, no, for sure. Only that one he was trying to fuck. It was the one he was
Ivanka.
What was that? Ivanka,
yeah. But yeah, so he was at my sister's basketball game. I was at my sister's basketball game.
Is it heavy secret security? Like, I mean, what's it called?
Yeah, I mean...
Secret Service?
Yeah, Secret Service is in the cut, for sure.
Is he in the crowd with the rest of the parents, though?
Yeah, so he's sitting in the crowd with the
Michelle's
rest of the parents. Like, Michelle was there,
Of course, yes. God love her.
Yeah, looking fabulous, as always.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, it would, like, everyone, you know, tried to be low-key about it. But at halftime, he was out there, and he went out and was shooting hoops. And a bunch of the like little kids went out to like go play with him. Yeah. And I was like, fuck that, I'm not gonna miss this opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's me and a bunch of small children and Barack Obama.
What is it? Is it you and Barack versus the kids?
I mean it's more just like we're just shooting hoops.
And then rebounding for each other,
yeah.
So shoving
the ball, kids out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to look good in front of the president.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You're not stepping kids to the...
It's like, hey, watch this, Barack.
I know, yeah, exactly. Obama!
Yeah, so that was the time that I got to...
So did you ever pass him a ball and he shot it? Like to get the rebound? So you assisted for Barack?
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
That was the coolest thing.
Sick, that.
And it only went on for like...
That is actually sick, that. That's
a couple minutes. It only went on for a couple of minutes, but yeah, probably the coolest thing I've done in a long time.
Oh, for sure. In a long time? No, I think you can get rid of a long time. That's the coolest thing you've ever done, quite frankly. I'll tell you that for free.
Okay, yeah.
That's insane. So yeah, you assisted to Barack, and did he pass you a ball as well?
I think that one time he passed at me, I missed it. I was like,
the pressure.
Yeah, I was just so distracted by how incredibly hot he is.
Oh, yeah.
It's just... And in person, like, he's just... It's even...
Well, he'd have an order, wouldn't he? Like, he'd have well, he was a president anyway, but I mean, like, we were talking about it the other day, it's like, because he done funny, like, he would do his I think it was maybe his commencement speech or something, or
Yeah.
the White House Ball every year. He'd do some funny. His speech was hilarious. I remember
Yeah.
done the
Yeah.
Jay-Z thing
Yeah,
and stuff
it's
like
just
that.
like a very like.
And the Key and Peele, he had
Oh
the
my
guy
God,
there with
yeah.
the, so like
Yeah.
and then when he was in the House of Parliament in England, everybody was like, there was some videos watching like the other day, and it was like for research for this, and like all the English people, it was like when David Cameron was in charge or whatever, so he does a shitty one. Then he gets up there, he's cracking jokes straight away. You know what I mean? So it's like he's obviously got that personality which like people gravitate to, and then he's the president, so you're like, well, that's, you know what I mean? It's like meeting a queen or something for us, I guess. So.
Yeah. No, and I mean, it's funny. So like, my parents are Republicans, and they.
Boo.
Yeah, boo.
Is that a
fuck
boo
you,
thing?
Mom and
Is
Dad.
that,
Oh yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Actually, it looks like KKK. They love that. Little KKKs.
Oh my God. But yeah, so my parents are Republican, and they did not vote for Obama, and they were like little pissy pants while he was in office.
Oh, okay.
But they were like, they did give him credit. Like, they were like, it is impressive that he makes it to his kids' basketball games, and he does seem like a really nice guy.
I love that. I love that. That's what won them over. Hey, he's at a hot dog stand.
Well, and it's so funny too, because it's like, you know, they were like, oh, we wouldn't mind if Biden was president. Biden seems like a better candidate than Obama at the time. That's what they were saying at the time, and now Biden's president, and they're like, fuck Biden.
Oh, I mean, it's like nobody ever likes the politician, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, really, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I liked Obama, of course, because, yeah, it was funny and stuff like that, and then, I mean, it's just cool having the first black president. Any time you're, like, beating records, or not, I guess not records in that case, or whatever, but, like, doing new shit, you know what I mean, progressive and all that.
Yeah,
I love about that life.
definitely.
And then Trump was, I mean, funny for comedians, but then it got annoying because then every person under their mother had a Trump joke.
Oh, God,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Especially in America, it was
and
like...
it just like it got to the point where you couldn't make fun of it because it was making fun of itself so hard. You know? It was just like so absurd.
You'd be like, if you're doing, you're like, well, you're a hack now.
Yeah.
Almost like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, so that was the time that I got to play basketball with him, and then there's one other time where I got to see him in Martha's Vineyard.
What the fuck? Was there any basketball there?
No basketball, but it was, we were on the beach, and we were...
I know it well, Martha's Vineyard. By the water, is it?
And yeah, it was basically they had the fucking Coast Guard like out stationed by the house in front of the house.
Oh, outside the house.
Yeah, because like the houses were right on the.
Is there a presidential house? Is it Airbnb? Like how does that work?
Yeah, I think it was Airbnb or something. It was like
really?
he just rented a house because there's the only like presidential is like vacation is Camp David.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like in the woods.
That's where, like, in the movies, the president's always fishing there or something.
Yeah.
He's in the like Morgan Freeman will be in his dungarees or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Biden goes there a lot. But yeah, and actually, fun fact: Biden's beach house is like right down the road from where we do, like our beach summers in. In Delaware.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you don't know what a fun fact is. But, but that's just for your family members who know where that beach is.
Okay, so maybe not a fun fact, but like an additional brag.
Yeah, that's what it is actually. Yeah. Just our family's rich. She's a poor comedian, but our family's rich. So, do you remember? Did your sister beat Obama's daughters?
I don't remember. I think like I just
you were
sat,
just too busy ventilating and shit.
Yeah, I think.
Oh my god, he best of all. Beautiful chocolate man.
Yeah, I don't, and I like my sister makes fun of me for that, because she was just like, you were not playing well.
Yeah. No, but you took the opportunity, like you were like, well, this is never gonna happen again. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah, and like I remember thinking like I remember because I at a previous game that I had been to, he had been shooting the basketball.
Yeah.
And I remember like thinking, damn, I wish I could go do that with him.
Boom.
But then it like no one else would go up to him. But then all these little kids, like then a few games later, went up to him, and I was like, well, damn, like if they can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's true. Thank God there was no wheelchair by the time of that call, because you would have been in that for sure. A proper everything. Barack! My dying wish. That's fucking sick, that is. I mean, I've 83 episodes and I've not met LeBron James. You've seen Barack twice.
Yeah.
Like, I love to think that, like, you don't know, like, he's going by on a jet ski or something like that. How are you? Like that. Good to see it again.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely not the case, but that would be really cool if it was.
That's it. I feel like for me, I feel like it's got to be, it's a lot of right place, right time, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah.
Like you born and raised DC, here living in DC, so it's like, you know what I mean? You're going to see him more times, obviously, than someone, even that's maybe likes politics but in New York, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. And I mean, like, it's funny because people kind of jokingly ask, like, oh, are you from DC? Like, have you met the president? Ha ha ha. And most of the time it's not true. That's not how that works. But in my case, yes.
Everybody, but it used to be met the president, everybody like, why would I want to be Trump? You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
God, yeah. Yeah, I mean...
I remember going there and we were driving by and we were flipping off, like, the house as we were driving by and shit like that,
Yeah, that wasn't fun. And, like, because I moved to Japan shortly after he was elected. I was like, fuck this.
Oh, I mean, you got out right in a bit. Substitution, see you later.
Yeah, and then I like, moved to Manchester during the election, basically, because that election was insane. This is now a political podcast, not just a sports podcast.
Hey, more than an athlete. They're all being political now, aren't they?
Yeah, that's true.
That's sick, that. What about, and then back on the basketball stuff, you studied where? Where did you study?
Oh, so I went to Guilford College in North Carolina.
What's that, D2, is it?
I think
for basketball,
for
D2,
basketball, yeah.
So mine, Central Connecticut State University was D3 to give it a bit, and then D1 NCAA is like what you see it on TV and going like into the NBA. You know what I mean? So like a few down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But was it like, because I liked my school, because if you didn't go to uni, it would have been shit that time, but the whole time was about the uni. So was that the same thing with you? Or?
Yeah, so we had a lot of colleges in our town, which was cool because it was like, so we had UNC Greensboro.
Which is Michael Jordan country, innit?
Yeah,
UNC,
yeah.
North Carolina, yeah.
Yeah, but he went to Chapel Hill, but like Greensboro was like another campus.
Oh, okay. But, Chapel Hill, yeah.
But then, so we had that. We had Elon College, or maybe Elon University, like down the road, pretty close to Duke.
Oh, what? Duke's by there, is it as well?
Yeah.
So that's why the rivalries, the Duke and North Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, because they're close.
Yeah, they're really close. They're both in Raleigh, Durham, and then Greensboro.
I thought it was because, well, I mean, also because they're both good. You know what I mean? Teams, and they're both at that level and competing for like players coming out of high school. But that makes more, because it's like a derby then, isn't it? Because it's like the closest big university. Yeah. Oh, sick.
Yeah, and I think they're both. I like both the top schools in North Carolina, just like sports and academics.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And size as well, like.
Yeah. Although it's nuts, North Carolina has more colleges and universities per capita than any other state.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I didn't even
And
know
so
that.
it makes for good college sports, too, because, like, you have a lot of people you can play with.
Well, what are some of the other big Duke, North Carolina? What are the other, some of the big ones? I'm trying to think. In that conference for college basketball.
I think there's one other.
Kentucky's not near there, is it?
Well, they're kind of near, but then, like, you have Virginia. Is right on the border of North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
And then South Carolina. My sister goes to University of South Carolina.
Yeah.
That's a big sports school.
Just on the other side of the border as well, yeah.
Go Cox.
Go Cox! That's the name of it? Yeah. Oh my Lord, I thought you were just saying go Cox, you know what I mean?
It's something I
go pussies. Is it because are they cockatoos or something, or?
Gamecocks.
The Gamecocks? Okay.
Yeah.
That's even better. I love that. So there's actually women out there with there's cocks on their t-shirts. Can you? Oh my lord!
Yeah.
Okay, look that up. South Carolina University.
University of South
I'm gonna
Carolina.
buy a Go Cox t-shirt for sure. That's sick. That is. What is she playing anything there now?
No, but she's actually studying sports management.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nice.
She really wants to get in on like being either a sports manager or something involved with contracts.
An agent.
She wants to be on the business side of it, which is awesome because like someone has to make money in our family. It's not gonna be me.
Yeah. Rich Paul, you heard it here first. Give his sister a job. That's sick.
Yeah,
man.
maybe that's how you'll meet LeBron James.
Through your sister? Oh my lord. I love that. I mean, I'll have to meet your sister first. So that's odd enough now. That's sick, that. Go Cox.
Yeah.
They always have some fucking... They have some fucking stupid ones. Ours was a Blue Devils, like Duke, but ours was a cartoon, little shitty one, you know what I mean? So
nice.
It wasn't like that. What was your one?
This is great. So I went to a Quaker school, so it was the Fighting Quakers.
The Fighting Quakers,
Yeah.
I love that. I
An
mean,
oxymoron.
yeah, exactly, because they're very peaceful people.
Yeah.
Take the rest of the week off. The dean when you thought of that. Well done, dean. But can we talk about? Well, you've graduated now, and I guess it wasn't like.
Oh yeah.
Were you allowed to do that? What you were doing?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
dated the college basketball coach, did you?
Yeah. So
like as soon as I hear Obama this, I'm like, you're doing the podcast. Let's go.
So he was the assistant basketball coach.
Okay, so is he a student or no?
No, he was a student and then he graduated.
Okay.
And then he was working
because sometimes there's a team manager who's normally a student, but he's too shit to make the team. So he carries the balls.
And he was captain of the team, and then when he graduated, he was.
Oh, okay.
Assistant.
So he was a sick player.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I apologise then. In example, you were sick. Sorry, lad. You still had hoop dreams. Was he like black, white, how tall?
6'9" and white.
Oh baby.
Yeah.
Thank God he's white. She's not in a wheelchair, so don't worry about it. Jesus Christ. And did he get a ball for so many points? Is he a legend there or like what?
I mean, I honestly don't know because
Was he a starting five? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Position, you remember?
No.
Don't say missionary on that. I mean basketball. 6'9", in the middle, probably been power forward or even a small forward or whatever because they're all massive there. But so how did you meet him at a game or?
No.
And how old is he? Well, he wouldn't be if he just graduated. He would be like 22 or something, I guess.
Yeah. So he did a gap year in between high school and college. So he was 5.5, like 6 years older than me because I was a little young when I went to college.
It's not like you were fucking Coach K or not.
No. It really wasn't that scandalous, and it's also like in the South they don't care.
if you're not your sister, actually they don't care. Doesn't matter because you're not related, but they don't care.
Even then,
they don't care.
But yeah, so we met. Like,
can you explain the story in a Southern accent just to give it a bit of context or whatever?
Oh my God. Well, he was from Atlanta, so he had a Southern accent.
Okay. Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah, but nice.
And now he coaches at a private school and
private high school?
Yeah.
Varsity or something?
And
head coach now?
Yeah.
That's sick.
So there you go.
Dreams come true. Fucked your way to the top.
Yeah, really.
I don't know how you helped, but still, it did.
But yeah, so that was fun, and that was But it's funny because I don't love sports.
Yeah.
I don't, and I maybe not. I
didn't know this. I'm sorry, listeners.
Wrong podcast, but I don't love sports. But I feel like I have been to a lot of sports games and have dated a lot of athletes for someone who doesn't really care about sports.
For someone that's around sports that much, because, I mean, you would be, wouldn't you? Like, you'd go to the games, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd go to the games.
And then you'd meet him after training and stuff like that, I guess.
And it was also funny because, so a lot of the guys that he was coaching were, my year.
Yeah.
So I was, friends with the basketball players. Yeah, I would have to go to games, but I would.
Would you go on the road with them, road trips and stuff?
Sometimes, yeah. And it was really cute. He got me a little like the Guildford basketball tracksuit.
That's
And so
cute,
like that like
sick.
match the team.
Yeah.
So I'd rock up and be like matching on the bus, match the team.
Oh, I was gonna wear the Wizards jersey for this. I forgot. Doesn't matter. That's sick. That.
Yeah.
What was their sponsor? Ours was Jordan. Actually, I think it was.
I think Chick-fil-A.
No, I mean like the. No, I mean like the. Well, of course it was Chick-fil-A, because Chick-fil-A, the owner of that, is notoriously hates gays, don't he, or whatever, and that was a religious school, so that makes sense. Chick-fil-A doesn't open on Sundays, by the way, does it?
That's true. But
which is I don't mind gays, but if I had to choose Chick-fil-A over gays anytime, I feel like I'll go to Chick-fil-A. What do you reckon, though?
Well,
I mean, I'm happy with both. I just wouldn't need Chick-fil-A to church. I feel like that's it. Yeah.
Well, it's funny too, because like, so Quakers are like, it's a form of religion where Quakers are super into equality, and like.
But they're not though. Is that the irony? I mean, or they are?
They're like super into equality, and like it's like Quakers are like, they don't really believe in Jesus. That's not their thing. They believe in like
I'm way
everyone.
off
Yeah, but
you could have stopped me mid-riff.
Sorry.
Yeah, just watch it.
Just cut that down. But yeah, like it is funny because Quaker. But I do remember like there was some sponsorship deal with the local Chick-fil-A because
sick. No, but I meant like the what's the word? Like Nike, Reebok, Adidas, like the sports. The actual material.
Yeah.
You remember now?
I think it was Nike.
Probably would have been,
yeah.
And then they had Chick-fil-A on the jerseys, or not, just on the banners or
on
whatever.
The banners,
that's actually good.
And then like they'd have like.
That's a sick sponsor. Would they get like free food?
Yeah, we got a ton of free food.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they bring it to the games and stuff?
Yeah, or like at the parties afterwards. Or,
that's sick.
And yeah, it was kind of shady because the head coach of the basketball team was also head of the entire like sports division.
In the university? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was like the chair of the
president of sports operations or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And I was given insider information that he was kind of abusing that position of power to give the basketball team more shit. So like the basketball team had the best stuff on campus.
Better funding and stuff like that. Yeah.
And like they got to like eat a ton of meals out, and like it was like a lot of, and they had like fun trips that they got to do.
Yeah.
So it was fun to like be a part of that.
What was any big games, like any championships while you were there, or a championship run, or like any buzzer beaters or anything like that, like swarm the stage? Did you pour a bucket over them of water at any time and Gatorade on them, anything like that?
There was definitely there was a Gatorade dump on Coach.
And then how does he? Is he like it? Is he like, fuck it, god damn it?
No,
like,
he
what?
loves that shit.
Okay.
But they were joking about how they were going to have to get a ladder to do it because he's so tall.
Yeah, that's true. Does he ever, if they're down, is he like, I'm coming in the game, fuck this, rip off pads?
He would get so into it, and like if they lost, like he would like go home and be so sad. And I just didn't care.
Was it you were just like, we got 100 points, we got free corn dogs.
I was like,
you got free Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, there's Chick-fil-A, it's fine.
Was he angry? Was he like a different coach to what he was off the court?
No, I mean he was a gentle giant.
A gentle giant, okay.
Yeah. But he would just get like sad, and he would always like be like, I failed my team and stuff like that. I'm like, it's fucking, nobody cares.
It's D2.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
That's what I was like, like D3, who cares?
Yeah.
Would he ever like bring a whistle into the bedroom or anything like that, or make it like run naked suicides, or get down and give you 50 blowjobs?
Not quite like that.
You wouldn't have to dress up as a basketball, not like that, or no.
No, I mean, if like I was the coach in the bedroom in that situation.
Oh, here we go.
Like I wore the basketball. I wore the jersey.
Oh, nice, good stuff. I like that.
Yeah, but yeah, if like any of my college friends are watching this, they'll laugh because I was just really bratty in that relationship. It was like
bratty.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Like it was my first serious relationship, and like I was just like a little brat. Like,
like what do you mean? Like needy? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like bratty?
Bratty, like, I would be like, bring me things.
Eat this
do
pussy.
Yeah.
For the whistle, 60 more seconds.
Yeah, it was a little
Oh,
bratty.
so you were. I'm trying to.
And I thought I was hot shit because it was like, oh, like I'm a sophomore and I'm dating the basketball
Yeah, I mean you probably
coach,
was
and,
as well though, I guess. Yeah, like I mean that is pretty. You know what I mean? That is pretty baller, I guess. And then you're friends with everybody on the team. You know, and people want to be friends with the athletes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You go into all the they probably had the best parties, the basketball house. I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, and it was funny too because like Will wasn't allowed to go to the parties, but like. Yeah, I kind of was, but I didn't party that much in college.
Really?
Yeah, I just kind of like, it wasn't until the end of college when I really started partying.
Okay.
But like, because I partied so hard in high school.
Partied so hard in high school.
I was tired. By the time
All right. Did Ford Locos make it to your school?
Four Locos?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. So it was cocaine in the can. It was cheap as fuck. Some kid died in our school. The fucking pussy.
Oh wow.
In the school next to us and ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
After that,
because
they
they
weren't the
became
same.
illegal.
Yeah, I remember I had two of them. I was dressed as Jackie Moon for Halloween one year. Went there 7 years in a row. You know Jackie Moon from Love Me Sexy, semi-pro. And I had two of them and I was fucked. I remember waking up with my mates like, what the fuck? With a fake Tyson tattoo on that somebody just drew on or whatever. And we woke up and we bought tickets to Dead Mouse the next day.
Oh my God.
And we were in Connecticut and it was in New York. But my friend's dad owns a limousine company. Shout out to Chris. We got a free limo there and back to Dead Mouse.
Nice.
We'd come out and we'd be like, yo, where's our limo? In front of everybody. We'd go into the limo, do lines, because I was still doing MBA back then. And then we'd go back in and then come back out. And the limo broke down on the way back, so we got another limo.
Oh,
it was,
sick.
oh my God, it was so sick.
Sick.
Yeah. It was so baller. But I remember the golf house randomly had the best parties
The golf
on
house
our
had the
campus,
best parties.
which is weird. That's weird, isn't it?
No, it was so fun. So my senior year, me and my good friend lived like in the same apartment complex as the golf guys.
Yeah.
And I lived like right across the hall from them, and I would always get locked out of my apartment, and a little like outdoor cat. They would sometimes let me sleep on their cat.
Yeah.
And that's how I started getting invited to the parties. I like had to. Yeah, it was.
That's sick.
Oh my God! But they did golf had sick parties, and they were always super fun. And like, oh my God, my friend. My friend was hooking up with one of them, and then she wasn't, and like he wrote her a letter to her house, like back in. She's
like
from
to
Illinois.
win her back. Or
Yeah, something to be like, what? Like this is how I thought our relationship would go. Anyways.
Oh my Lord.
It was hilarious, but
you're the baby to my ego. Like it's all golf like that. When I saw you, I said forever.
I'm gonna send her this because she would kill me for talking about it.
That's so funny, like that. Like that, you were the handicap of my heart. Trying to think about golf things.
Oh my God.
I would drive you into that doesn't work.
Well, I'm glad I didn't have to go to any fucking golf games though. Like.
Oh my Lord, I love that you call them games. You're like, woo! Everybody's like, shut the fuck up. Well, last night after the hot water show, Melina, another comic, and my cousin, we went to Scholar where my cousin works, like a student bar. There was a golf team there. They had all white, and they were getting phone numbers. Like that was the challenge or whatever.
Yeah.
There was another one where it was like 80. The women's rugby team there. It was 80s and 80s. So you have dressed as an old lady or from the 80s. So they're all dressed up like wigs. It was sick because back in the day it was like. Cowboys and sluts.
Yeah.
Or so it was always like, not Indians, it was like spacemen and sluts. You know what I mean? It was like, there was no creativeness to it, you know what I mean? Like, especially in America as well, like, I think they had like the togas as well, you know what I mean? But it was always just like, you know, so they've changed it up now, which is sick. But you had to do numbers, and I was like, what do you play off? And he was like, 24. And I was like, that's a weird. How have you made the team? I scribbled off the number. I was like, fuck you. I got it down. I played off 15 when I was 16 years old, which is nothing. But I was like, how are you on the team? He was like, just for the social side. I was like, fuck you, lad. So the same year, it was the golf house, which is random as hell. And then we also used to have camo bags, me and Matt Stanley, camo bags. You know, with the
the
water in, but we
water
put
and
jungle juice in there.
Nice.
Grain alcohol, jungle juice.
Oh, shit.
Grain alcohol and then Gatorade powder.
Okay,
Powder.
yeah, okay.
So like it's potent as fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we used to do something similar, but we call them trash drinks.
Trash drinks?
Yeah, so basically like do y'all have Everclear?
We had Dubra, that was our cheap one.
Okay, yeah, but like just straight grain alcohol, like fucks you up. So you take Everclear and then basically like all the juices.
Wait, Everclear is the name of the alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and
like
then,
a vodka in it or something?
Yeah, it's fucking
Let's say
rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Rubbing alcohol. And sophomore year we started, and this was when I was still dating the coach, I made this game. Do you watch Always Sunny?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Charlie McDennis game. We made our own version of it.
That's sick.
And we would, and like that was, those parties became kind of epic where we would play that game and have people over for that. Because things would get so fucking weird. And like, you know how there was like emotional challenges and like physical challenges?
Oh, yeah.
And so like I came up with the emotional challenges and it would be like, okay, everyone in the room has to go around the circle and say their least favorite thing about you.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Like,
and if you're drunk, we get bitchy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like, it would just like, someone always ended up crying, like someone would throw up. Like, people who had no business hooking up would hook up. Like, that was...
That's crazy.
And I remember, like, one of the times a few guys on the basketball team came, and they knew me as, like, the coach's girlfriend, and then they saw this game, and they were like, this shit is weird.
Yeah. What was the name of the game?
We called it the Game of Games.
The Game of Games? Yeah. I love... It's like it's some Hunger Games shit or whatever. Game of Games.
Yeah.
Okay,
And like,
I like that.
It was so much fun. And also another fun component of it is like every round, like every time somebody made it around the board, everyone had to add a card. So like the people playing would add challenges or whatever.
Okay.
So they got to come up with them like after a round, and we would usually play like 10 rounds.
Jesus Christ.
And it was like,
and then you go out after that.
Sometimes
that
we'd go out, or sometimes that like it would just get so fucking buck wild that no one could get to where they were trying to go.
That's sick. That I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so much fun, and
you said you didn't party. That sounds crazy. I was gonna say me and the boys had Stanley, Christos, Alex. We got fucking wild, Like literally, I pledged for a frat, Phi Delta Sega. Got in, and I was like, this shit's pretty gay in a bit, just to see if I could get in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which was sick, and then the best parties rushed and all that sort of stuff. So that was sick. But yeah, I fucking loved it. The golf house randomly buying the cup. She paid $5 for a fucking red cup and shit like that. That's why we had these. We were like, yo, we're good, baby. You know what I mean? Then you give it to girls like that. Suck this. Which sounds weird now, but. But yeah, it was fun. And then you don't have to clean the cow back, otherwise you only get one use out of it if you left that great alcohol and shit in there. Oh my lord, it was crazy. And then we'd always like fucking like I remember Stanley jumped out of a window one time, broke his arm because the police came and shit like that. I always got fined the first year because it was a dry campus. Yeah. And the first year I was there like 19 and I'm walking around with a bevy. They're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know." So I'm just fined like the first week. They're like, "You fucking here." I'm like, "God damn it." Yeah. But right, let's get down to brass tacks. Okay. Use all your presidential contacts. How can I meet LeBron? So, I'm going to get it more on you, this is it.
Okay, I did some research, and I've come up with some options. Okay. So, LeBron James is a family man, right? We know that. He married his high school sweetheart.
Yeah, Savannah.
Yeah, love that for them. And they live in LA. They live in Brentwood, LA. And
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Brentwood, LA? Brentwood. I knew his house in Cleveland, but... Ohio. Yeah, their house in Brentwood looks sick. They did like it was like, a celebrity, like how they redid their houses. Okay, like an MTV Cribs, but more architecture,
Yeah. And so how I would go about meeting him, and this is creepy, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. I would apply to work at the top schools in his area.
Like as what, a basketball coach? You mean,
yeah, probably some kind of coach, because that way, even if you don't end up working at the same school that his kids go to, they would
Away
play.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. And then I mean, not in coach. I would be like, what your boyfriend? Assistant coach, or like a team manager. I pump up the balls or something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. And then I'm on the bench. He's sitting courtside. You know, whatever. Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Let's be honest. I need some references from teachers for sure. Some fake one. Do you have any family members that are teachers?
No, but I could ask my ex.
Ask your ex. Boom! Perfect! Nice! You still keep contact with him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
Nice. Awesome. Let's get that popping. I like that. The private school he's coaching in now is in LA?
No, it's in Atlanta.
Okay, damn, yeah. Alright, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I like that as well. If you can't teach. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go. If you can't meet LeBron James, teach his children.
Yeah. That's sick. What else?
What else? Okay, so he is apparently a fan of comedy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Trainwreck.
Yeah. So I would say, and like he's been spotted at the Comedy Store. A lot of basketball guys go into the Comedy Store.
Do they? I was wondering that though, do they? Because you don't really like the Comedy Store, it's massive, but their Instagram's pretty shit, you know what I mean? Like, they're not really posting that much. I mean, I guess they don't have to because they sell that every night or whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then it's good because the mystery, you don't know who's on, I guess.
Yeah.
So, like, I wish you off the way going down or whatever, but he goes there a lot, yeah?
Yeah.
I've played that Comedy Store in LA as well.
Nice, yeah, me too, yeah. So I would say, like, move to LA, do the Comedy Store a bunch, and be a coach.
Yeah.
And, you know, go out.
Yeah, so then he sees me in a lot of different scenarios, and then he eventually comes up to me. What's the deal with, why are you here? Yeah, exactly. That's sick. I'll have to get a working with kids check. Fingers crossed on that one, Jesus. And then the record show I'm crossing my fingers. That's sick, that. Yeah, I didn't know they came to shows like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mad. And now, like LeBron and Shaq was in some of Kevin Hart's early specials, I know that and stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's mates to them, but yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, so I used to live, like...
Because I would crowd work LeBron, for sure.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
That's a given. I'd be like, what do you do for a living, lad? Like, literally, like, not act like I wouldn't even know, you know what I mean? Well, you're from Akron? Where's that?
Yeah, and like...
And I'm wearing a LeBron James jersey at the time as well.
Yeah, every night you perform in a LeBron James jersey.
Just in case.
Like, waiting, hoping.
Yeah. He comes in, on the off night, I got a fucking Atlanta Hawks jersey on. God damn it!
You take your shirt off on stage, so I used to live, like, around the corner from the Comedy Store. When I lived in LA, I lived, like, right off Sunset.
Oh, that's sick.
And yeah, it was sick.
That's location, that like that.
Yeah, and like I would just go to the Comedy Store, like even nights that I wasn't performing. I was just like, I would always make a point to try to stop in and see what was going on. And yeah, like I was talking to a friend and they were like the one night I didn't go, they were like, oh, you missed it. Like a bunch of basketball guys were in here. Like LeBron James was here. Blah,
what
blah,
the fuck?
And I was just
because
like,
he's in charge. They call him like the social coordinator. Because he plans like if they go bowling, the meals, because he's big on chemistry and all that, you know what I mean, on and off the court and stuff. So that makes like he would go to it, you know what I mean. But did he just sit with the crowd? Would they have their own section? I guess.
Yeah, I don't
He'd
know.
have to be walked in a different way, wouldn't he? You know what I mean? 'Cause the show would just stop. Really, he'd just be mobbed, wouldn't he? You think, like, you know what I mean?
Not in LA, because think about how many famous people are everywhere.
True,
It's just like in LA, like you're not really I was always.
I mean, it's
taught,
the culture of it, I guess,
it's
like,
and even like, in places like Martha's Vineyard, like we would see people a lot, and my mom was like, "Don't you dare fucking take a picture! Like, don't you dare! Like, they're here with their family."
I get that for sure.
So, and I feel like in the Comedy Store, like, you know, it's dark enough where they could sit in an area.
Oh, for sure, But I mean, when you got like 7 dudes ducking when they go in. You'd be like, well, I think they might be basketball, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that's sick, huh?
Yeah, so you have a 2-prong approach to meeting.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Become a teacher, but also keep doing comedy. Obviously, that's a given. That's a dream. And I'm in LA. That's fucking sick, yeah.
There you
go. That's perfect. I appreciate that. Nice one. Check the sock. I reckon we'll wrap it up. We've done 44 minutes. I was going to ask you some other stuff. I think I was going to say, you thought you met Pitbull, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. So one time I was in Miami.
Yeah.
And I was there with my aunts. It was like a girls' vacation, but with my aunties.
Spring break.
Yeah. But I mean, they get buck wild. And I was walking around downtown Miami. I was like going to meet them or something. And I'm just walking down the street, and this limo pulls up in front of a club thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, who's that? And then who gets out of the limo? Fucking Mr. Worldwide himself.
Yeah! Mr. 305, yo!
Yes!
That's sick, Pitbull.
And I was just like trying to play it cool, but he gets out, and I like stop walking, and I start pretending like I'm doing something very important on my phone, and I'm just standing there. And then he gets out, and he is standing in front of the limo talking to 2 guys who got out of the limo with them. And they're talking, and he's holding like an iPhone, he's holding an iPad, he has like a ear thing in, and I'm like, oh shit, like this man is on his business.
Yeah, I feel like Pitbull would have an assistant or something like that.
Well, I thought one of those guys was one of it, because he was like, and like, yeah, one of the guys was holding a tablet too, but I was like, holy shit, like, I can't believe this is Pitbull, like, what do I say to Pitbull?
Yeah.
And I just was like, I don't even know his name. Like, I just know his Pitbull.
Oh, what the fuck is this? Yeah?
I
Mr. Pitbull? Mr. Bull? Mr. Bull?
Excuse me, Mr. Pitbull?
Yeah, Mr. Bull?
I love timber.
Oh, yeah.
But no, so I went up. I'm trying to remember what my, like, opening line was, but I tried to think of something, like, kind of cheeky. I was like, oh, excuse me, do you know where, like, the Fountain Blue is or whatever? And he was like, oh, yeah, so pretty much you just follow this street down. I was like, wow, thank you so much. Like, are you from here? Like, trying to kind of play it cool at first. And he laughed, and, like, he kind of, like, he was wearing his trademark sunglasses, and he, like, looked down over
He was just on his own, really?
Well, he was with 2 guys outside the limo, and, like, I kind of caught him before he was going into the club. Yeah. And it was in the middle of the day, too.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm working here tonight. And I was like, oh, cool. And I didn't say, what do you do? Because I think that would have been like, hokey. And I was like, but we were chatting, and I like made a joke about Kesha.
Okay.
Because he did my favorite song, Timber, with Kesha.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, so I feel like it was like I kind of quickly dropped the act of pretending I didn't know who he was. But yeah, and then
I can't believe you sound like that.
What do you mean?
I can't believe you sound like that. He's just like there talking to. That's sick, yeah.
Well, okay, so then what happened was we were talking a little more, and he was like, oh, so what do you do? And he was really nice. I will say that he was super nice. And he was like, oh, what do you do? And at the time I was doing like beer sales to different Japanese beer and sake sales, essentially to sushi restaurants. So like nothing of
Sakadumi.
of great importance. But I was like, oh, I was telling him, like, my dream is to have a burlesque club one day.
Okay.
And it would be a burlesque club by night, and then a tea parlor by day. And I was like going super into my vision.
A license to nightmare.
And I was like, yeah, and I'm gonna call it Miss B's Teas.
Oh, that's pretty good though.
Yeah, because it's a little punny. And he was like, oh, I love that. And I was like, yeah, you'll have to come perform there sometime.
Yes.
And he was like, yeah, definitely. And we get a picture together. And I was like, wow, thank you so much. And then he handed me his card, and it was Pitbull impersonator.
Oh my lord! What? He's fucking good then, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'll tell you that he's earned that card.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But now I have a theory that there actually is no one Pitbull, and that Pitbull is multiple people, because I don't know.
It's like the whole Paul McCartney's. It's a Canadian guy now, or something like that. That thing or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because also like if you look at it, like
Hitler's chilling with Tupac in Brazil or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but like if you look at it, it looks like he always wears his glasses.
Yeah.
He's like, he has a very signature style, but like the fact that he's always wearing his glasses and like a shaved head, and like
exactly.
you also can like, if you look at a bunch of different pictures of him, it looks like his weight fluctuates quite a bit.
So you reckon that people in he's a shapeshifter. You reckon that people in the club knew that it was not the real Pitbull, or you reckon Pitbull just sent him to be like, just do that for me?
Well, it said Pitbull. I like went back and looked later. Or I looked the website up online and it said
What
Pitbull.
the fuck?
So I don't know if maybe Pitbull was performing there that night, but like this guy was like part of Pitbull's act.
Yeah.
Or if Pitbull like
He does the meet and greets maybe.
Yeah. So
that's what I need to do. I need to become a LeBron impersonator.
Actually, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think doing blackface is going to get you.
That every episode somebody says that and I forget.
Yeah, I know. So
thanks for doing the pod. I'm gonna get a fucking steam room sauna now, like the fucking athletes did. Nobody even want to do the pod, but we're gonna do it after now because we came early. But anything you want to plug or whatever? I mean, I'm doing your show in Manchester on the 12th of December, innit?
Yeah. So, Lay Down Comedy. Check it out.
Yeah, I'll post it on my stories and all that, but if you're in Manchester...
Later, it's in Manchester, the old Trollton cum Hardy.
Yes.
And we're hoping to set it up as an international show. I'm going to be running a show in DC.
Oh, you got to send them over, perfect,
under Lay Down Comedy.
Nice.
Like the dream is to get more American comedians over here and more English comedians over there.
Yeah, exactly.
And like mix it up. But yeah, check it out, Lay Down Comedy. I'm a Spanky Bee on Instagram.
Love that. Nice.
And and now I'm a sports person, guys.
Yes, you did it. I'm taking these off. It's officially over. It's fucking off. See you later in a bit.